I can finally cross Cracker Barrel off of my boondocking list. I did it last week. There's a couple here in Mass. We also have a Cabela's store in a town called Hudson, which I've never been to. Apparently, they're also RV friendly. A couple of commenters suggested I go check that place out. So I've got time. I'm going to do that tonight. Going to try to stay there, see what the whole Cabela scene is all about. I was looking on Google Maps. I think there's actually like a disco roller skate rink nearby. I'm going to try to check that out too, obviously. Like, if we can cram a robot into this whole evening, this will be a grand old time. But I got to get this show on the road, so let's get going. And just like every other adventure that starts from my gym, I have to drive through the Circle of Death in Newton, the worst rotary in the world. It's like a 7-lane wide rotary. You have to do 10-lane shifts no matter where you're starting and where you're ending. And there's a hotel in the middle of the rotary. Just the worst thing ever. God damn. Okay, so Cabela's is tucked in this commercial plaza area. Lots of little stores here. I see a Starbucks. That's a good sign. I'm not sure exactly where Cabela's is. What? Okay, so the signage here is terrible. I feel like I'm just going down a never-ending curvy road. There's no sign. Alright, well, I'm being led to a BJ's right now, so this is something. Not seeing Cabela's, but here's BJ's. I feel like I should go in and say hi to their robot. So you can see up ahead there's tons of stores. It looks like a freaking airport right there, but I have no idea how to get over to that area. Here we go at long last, but where should I park? Oh man, probably a good idea to use your GPS if you're gonna come to this store. This is like Strip Mall City. Not only is it 7,000 different chain stores, it's laid out in its own wacky grid. I wouldn't even dignify it by calling it a grid. It took me about 20 minutes just to find a place to park. The Cabela's store, all I know about Cabela's is it's owned by the Bass Pro company. I'm sorry, Bass Pro. I know it's bass like the fish and not bass like the instrument. I might call it Bass Pro throughout this video, so forgive me if I do. But this is way bigger than I expected it to be. It's still open. I want to go inside, check it out. If there's a designated area for RVs to park like there was at that Cracker Barrel, I ain't seeing it. There aren't any other vans here, any campers, anything like that. I'm kind of parked like in a generic traffic island area. Might have to move later, I'm not sure. I might ask the management about it here. I'm wondering if it's safe to park my camper van here overnight.
Yeah, we do. So if you go around to the side of it, you want to park in the back.
Okay.
You totally do that. We have to give you a day pass, okay?
All right.
Yeah?
I'll get a pass then.
Okay.
So I'm glad I asked. They give you a little tag here to put in your van and told me to park around the back. He said guards do patrol at night, so I want to make sure I don't get any midnight knocks. You know, I just can't stand getting my beauty sleep interrupted. Now this store is a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was like a Bass Pro shop light, but it's like the same size as, Bass Pro. Bass Pro. Alright, so if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm a huge fan of condiments. They do have a salt and vinegar here, which I'm tempted to get. They also have this multi-spice thing, which I do not recommend anyone gets, because the spices inside get all gloppy, you know, like gloopy, and there's no way to get it out. This lid cannot be removed. Yeah, this thing is a piece of junk. However, check this out. Coffee and black pepper as a spice, like adding coffee and pepper. I didn't even know that was a flavor combination. I'm gonna get this. I wanna see what else they have. They have a lot of cool, like, camping stuff here. Now, I have thought about getting a new cutting board. I want one with a lip around the edge, so when I'm cutting onions and stuff, I can just pour it into the pan. This is a little smaller than I would like. I don't believe it. I thought this was an SNL skit, but someone did actually combine a fork and a spoon and a blade and a bunch of other things. Seems like a great way to kill yourself. It's actually made by a company, Gerber. I'm not sure if it's the same company that makes baby food. Their logo is like a sword and a shield, so I'm guessing not. Now, I do need a new one of these. I had one from Home Depot, but I somehow lost it. I find these lights with a magnetic back are just the best, like, all-around thing. Like I said, I had one, but I lost it inside my van, which is strange. I lose stuff inside my van all the time. There's like a black hole in there. Now, this is pretty amazing. These little green cans that I use all the time are only $6 here. They're $10 at Walmart. This place makes me want to go kayaking again. They have like bigger waterproof boxes here. That's what I would get if I do it again. Just one big waterproof crate, not one of those rubber bladder bags like I got. I find they're just kind of like a waste of time. You can tell it's owned by Bass Pro. They have tons of stuffed animals here. Stuff you wouldn't necessarily see in Massachusetts. I've never seen a wild boar here, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure the last time I've seen a ram or a yak in Massachusetts. Maybe the last ice age. I had actually been thinking of getting a pair of binoculars. I'd just be using it for, voyeurism, basically. But they're $700, apparently. That's a little above my grade. Lots of cool doodads in there, and I got some stuff. I do want to go around to a bunch of these other shops here. They're still open. I'm not sure I can get to that disco skater rink. I just don't know how to get there on foot. The layout of this place was designed by a spider on LSD, I swear. It's like the worst street grid. I wouldn't even call it a grid. I don't know what this is. It's like a strip mall chaos thing. But before I do any more shopping, I want to get the parking thing taken care of. He told me to go around the back, and there should be other campers and RVs already there. Oh yeah, actually there is. That makes me feel a little better. Sign says RV or truck parking. I'm not sure which this is, but I think I'll park here for the night. Should be fine. Now, the roller disco place I wanted to go to is right over... It's 800 feet as the crow flies from where I am right now, but 1 hour on foot, according to Google Maps, because the layout of this place is so pedestrian unfriendly. So that will have to wait for another night. I'm going to go around and see some of these other stores here. I see an art supply store. I think I also saw a Market Basket. There's a Dollar Tree here right next to a Five Below. Talk about tough competition. There's also some stores here in this plaza that I don't see anywhere else in Mass. Cabela, for starters, and also Carter's. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, it just came out. And lo and behold, there is a Market Basket here. This place just got kicked up to the top on the totem pole of my places to van dwell. I want to go in and see what the prices are like compared to that one in Athol I always go to. 7 pork chops for $5. You can't beat that. Great first impression of this Market Basket. It has to be the cleanest, most orderly Market Basket I've yet been in. Those are usually pretty chaotic. This one, like, everything was stacked all symmetrically, the sriracha sauce and stuff. And most importantly, they have frozen onions here. Something Aldi and Star Market and other places don't have. I don't know why. I did get another spice that seems to be a thing lately. Some dill, which I couldn't find anywhere else. I don't think I'm gonna go around and check out these other stores. It is just so cold right now, and the wind is killing me. I kind of want to cozy up in the van. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Well, I did witness someone get carried out on a stretcher into an ambulance from Cabela's tonight, but I think that's about the most drama we're gonna get tonight. This is the first time I've stayed somewhere where they want you to have an overnight parking pass displayed in your windshield. You know, everyone is like, yeah, you'll be fine in Walmart, you'll be fine in all these places. It's different here in Mass. They've cracked down a lot on, like, overnight parking in the lots of all of these places. So I'm glad I asked. I'm glad I got that pass. I'm sad that I'm not going to that disco roller rink thing tonight. I'm not hiking through the woods for an hour to get to it, even though it's like right over here. Kind of crazy. I'll have to continue this video tomorrow, otherwise it's going to be too short. So this adventure will go on. For now, I'm going to say goodnight. I'll wake you up in case anything happens. Can you guys hear that? An RV just pulled up next to me at this Cabela's, and he's running a gas generator. It's 9 p.m. I hope that shuts off, because people who run gas generators are just the worst thing ever. You should have a battery bank in your camper. I don't care if you have a van or an RV or what. Gas generators suck. I don't know. I also noticed that a truck full of cars pulled up next to me. It makes me wonder if more stuff is going to come throughout the night. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Well, that was a good night's sleep. I noticed that big rig is gone. Let's see out the front. A lot of cars here. So this is a great place to sleep. Cabela's, yeah, I enjoyed it. And there's a market basket right there. I feel like this would be a great place to do a meal prep, do some cooking. Unfortunately, Cabela's is not open yet, and I need my coffee, so I'm gonna go somewhere for dunks, bagels, all of that stuff. I think there's one nearby. They have their robot here, and it's struggling to align with the charger. It's been trying to line up for like 10 minutes straight. I kind of feel bad for it. To think I wanted to punch that thing in the face just a week ago. Now I kind of feel sorry for the stupid thing. I wish I could go over and help it. I would like to tip it upside down and see what the bottom looks like to see if it's a hacked Roomba. But I think I've made my peace with the robot. I'll let it do its thing. This plaza has served me well today with the BJ's, the market basket, the Cabela's, of course, where I slept last night, and the Starbucks here where I worked all day. And look at that, a beautiful full moon rising right there. Or at least mostly full, waxing or waning, one of the two. But best of all, I made my peace with Tally, the BJ's robot. I went in there, I was going to tackle it, turn it upside down, look at the bottom of it. And I saw it struggling to get into its docking bay. It still had not successfully gotten into the docking bay by the time I left. So, Tally, you do your thing, man. I'm okay with you whistling if that's what you have to do. Just don't do it all day long. Don't do it around me too much. So, tonight I'm not going to stay here again. I'm going to move towards Western Mass. I got a couple of packages coming in, like really important stuff. Security stuff. I want to get that tomorrow morning. I'm going to drive west, not sure where I'm going to sleep tonight. I might end this video with another stealth thing. Right now, I'm going to hit the road. This is my favorite time to drive. They call it the blue hour, the hour after the sun has set. I just found out that today's sunset is the earliest, the earliest the sun is going to set this year. It will start setting later after today, even though it's not the solstice yet. I'm not sure how that works. The rotation of the Earth, the axis, something like that. So I found a way to knock off two birds with one stone tonight. Doing my laundry, I was just like out of socks. There's also a nice power outlet here, so I can recharge my Jackery battery. What I do is I put my Jackery battery into my shore power and charge my house battery that way. Running my fridge in the winter and not driving enough like I did this week, my battery has gotten below 50%. I get scared when that happens. This is just a great backup way of fixing that. This laundromat I'm at is really cute, but confusing as heck to use. I won't go into it. I'm just glad to get the laundry done. The instructions for this laundromat were all over the place, literally, like on the ceiling, on the side of the machines. Just like it was agony to figure out how to use it, but it did get everything nice and dry. Yeah, not all laundromats are created equal. I'm I think in Shelburne Falls right now, the light's about to go out. I need to get to the Berkshires tonight. I'm gonna stealth camp. I want to see if the snow melted and I can sleep in the woods tonight. That would be awesome. So my first spot was an out-of-season campground I was thinking about staying at tonight, but the road is not maintained. That's my biggest fear when I come out to Western Mass. I like to stay on old logging roads that don't get maintained in the winter, and we've already had a couple of big storms here, so I think they might be all closed. I really don't want to do Walmart tonight. I have a few other options. Right here is a little rest area that should be plowed out. Should be very quiet too. Last video I talked about the rain on the roof being so awesome. Another great cosmological phenomenon, I don't know if that's the word, meteorological. The full moon coming in through my Max Air fan skylight here. It can light up the whole interior of the van at night. It's so nice. Yeah, but it is cold outside. 14 degrees. Gonna get down to single digits tonight. Yeah, I just, I wish I went to Florida now. I wish I could do that. But last night, I had a great time at the Bass Pro shop. Is it Bass Pro? Bass Pro. Actually, no, it was Cabela's. Sorry, Cabela's. Cabela's to me sounds like the diner in Seinfeld. You know what I mean? It sounds like a neighborhood joint where people go and play Keno and smoke cigars. I just don't associate it with ruggedness and the outdoors. I think it's kind of a weird name. But I like the store. I can add that to my rotation of spots in Massachusetts that it's safe to sleep at. Thank you for whoever suggested that. What else? I went back to BJ's, investigated that robot. I found out the point of the robot is to scan prices on the shelves and send that information back to corporate headquarters to make sure everything is priced correctly. At least that's according to what it says in the BJ's website. I find that kind of odd though, because why would they need to police that? You know what I mean? Are there renegade stores out there pricing any old thing? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's got hidden cameras all over the dang thing. But yeah, I made my peace with a robot. I promised a robot at the beginning of the video and I found it. Anyway, I am back in Western Mass to get a great package tomorrow. The perfect dash cam and some other stuff. I'm going to be doing a whole video about security and stuff. What I've learned over the past few years. How I set it up. That'll be the next video. For now, thanks for sticking around, watching this whole adventure, if it was one. I never know. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.